Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. Nene spoke to Cynthia, which I'm surprised and shocked she did, because I thought she wasn't gonna do that after the little nasty little interview she did. But she spoke. I will give her that. She hugged and talked to everybody else, but she just said, "Hey, Miss Bailey, okay, I will give you that when you spoke." It was Cynthia, and Marlo. Well, Eva was surprised that this was a Marlo kind of, lunch. Eva and Marlo don't get along, which I don't blame her. I wouldn't get along with Marlo neither. But yeah, Eva is not gonna go back and forth with you, Marlo. I know you want that, but you calling her broke and all that or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna let you have that. When you want that, when Eva wouldn't stun you, I probably would have done the same exact thing she did. Walked away from that table because I ain't got enough time for you. I'm not going to give you my energy. I'm pregnant. I'm trying to enjoy myself. It's hot out this door. I ain't got time, and I ain't going to put up with none of your antics calling our woman broke and all that and all this and all that. Marlo, you can't behave nowhere, could you? Nowhere. We can't take you nowhere, could we? Especially when it concern the Marlo. I mean the Eve. Well, we can't take you nowhere, could we? Like, was all that necessary at that table, calling that woman broke or whatever? I ain't hear all that you said, because as soon as you got started, I blanked the hell out. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't paying you no attention after you called that woman broke or whatever. So, but yeah, all that wasn't really worth it. And Marlo, I did say you was being kind of shady when you was talking about the Nene and Cynthia situation. Then I realized that you're only trying to help them be back friends again. Cause Nene said Cynthia's like a blood sister to her, and she actually cried some tears for her in the confessional. Don't know how real that was, but she actually cried real tears in that confessional. But Nene, you started the internet and the blog war. Cynthia on the responding to what you said last year, how you done her last season. So you kind of can't blame Cynthia for going to the blogs and they asking her questions and doing all these interviews about you. Did you forget what you did to that woman last season? Did you forget how mean you was to everybody last season? Basically, you starting this season off with, I don't know, are we cool? I don't know, are we talking or whatnot? That's a sucky way to start a season out when you don't know where our friendship is. You don't know, are we cool or whatever. We talking? Are we not talking? Is there a possibility we can find a way to get along to talk or whatever? Like you starting this season off like you brand new. Well, not brand new. You starting this season off like you a newbie at the playground and trying to make friends and trying to see who your friend and who is not your friend. Cause you kind of did a whole lot last season. I don't think you realized half of the stuff you did. And as for that apology tour, I would recommend you start with Cynthia, then go on down to Candy. Let Candy be your last one. Now I ain't saying apologize to Kenya, cause y'all both share y'all both threw y'all equal blows at each other. But as for everybody else who Kenya came back to this show, you kinda do owe everybody an apology, which you're not gonna get. Like you told Marlo at that table, I'm not apologizing to her. You don't think you wrong. You don't think you did nothing wrong. And like I said, you is fake as hell because you don't see the error of your ways. You started the mess. Don't get mad at Cynthia because Cynthia got to respond to everybody, wondering how she feeling, how she taking this. Are y'all cool? Are y'all not cool? You can't get mad at Cynthia for doing one interview containing you because you kind of opened that door the way you basically treated everybody last season. See, you forgot half of the stuff you did. I remember all the stuff you did last season. You got to realize you did a whole lot and you said a whole lot. Even basically, even at the reunion where you didn't want to respond to nothing, you didn't want to talk about nobody. You basically said everybody on this show is not your friend besides Marlo. You kind of did the most. I hope you realize that. You kind of did, and yeah, you did the extra. You did a little bit too much, whether you know it or not. I don't know if you caught last season or went and rewatched last season. You think it was good that season, wasn't you? We saw you at your worst, season 11, with Greg and his cancer. But you forget about all the stuff you did and said though. But I'm here to remind you, you owe everybody on this show. You and Kenya, y'all got your own beef. But as for Cynthia, Candy, Portia, anybody else on this, Tanya, you owe everybody an apology, including Eva, the one you brung on this show. Well, the one you brung on this show, you even owe her an apology. But never mind though, you ain't gonna apologize. Like you said, you don't apologize for nothing. You stand firm in your word, so you gonna still be the fake needy that we all know and love. So, yeah, about that. And Marlo, you was right. I see, like I said, I saw what you was doing. You was kind of being kind of shady at that dinner with Eva and Cynthia, even though I see that you were trying to broker peace between Cynthia and Nene, which is never gonna happen. Cause first Nene got to admit that she done something wrong, and Nene also got to admit that she said a whole lie. She's not gonna apologize. She's so used to running away from her problems, running away from issues, that's her daily life. When it's time to put Nene feet to the fire, she'll rather run than to sit there and own it. And I'm not surprised or shocked at dinner. She sat there and left you by yourself, and you running behind her trying to get her to talk to you, and she wouldn't. And she done hitched the whole ride and all and left you up there running behind her. I'm not surprised or shocked. And you was kind of defending Nene at that lunch with Cynthia, but you also got to realize that Nene do a whole lot as a friend. I wouldn't call Nene your friend or sister in my eyes, cause Nene, she do too much and she say too much. So that what kind of friend you want? I guess Nene your entry to the show. So without Nene, you wouldn't be on this show or be filming those scenes with nobody. So Nene basically your gateway to this show. So I understand why you kissing Nene behind, why you and Nene then fought several times. Y'all then got back together. Nene is your gateway to this show cause you can't get a peach. So we understand why you kiss Nene behind. Ain't nobody else could have kissed Nene behind just cause you want to kiss her behind to be on this show just to film. So let's move along. Portia, and she trying to navigate through whether she gonna get a divorce, if she gonna forgive Dennis. She basically got what she wanted, for him to admit that he cheated on her. So she basically got that. She basically navigating through all that. She basically getting ready or getting prepared to go back to work. We seen her at work getting ready, basically being a single mama at work, and basically getting ready to start doing Dish Nation again. And like I said, do your thing, Kenya, Portia, whatever helps you navigate through. You got some parts of your closure that he admitted that he cheated on you, so you getting somewhere with that. So maybe you poke and pry enough, maybe you'll get exactly what you want or what you looking for, or to help you decide what you're gonna do or whatnot. So you keep on working on that and keep on doing what you're doing. Basically, this is Kenya. I was happy. Now y'all seeing the back end of my relationship where I'm getting ready to say I'm divorcing Mark. Cause on the first video, I was lost, confused, whether I like him or not. After hearing what I heard today and me liking Kenya all over again, yeah, I don't like him. I try to give him a fair shot. I try to give him like Kenya, I wish you would have just stayed away one more season till your divorce was final, and then you come back after the divorce and let your divorce be your storyline. Other than all this stuff Mark then said to you, how he been a helicopter parent, how you do the baby this way, that he want the baby that way, and I told y'all from the jump that's kind of odd to me how you do the baby this way, he want the baby done this way. And I also said that he seemed like a first parent kind of dad, not somebody that had two or three kids, cause two or three kids, they ain't gonna be, nitpicking, bickering over stuff like that. They'll be calm and more relaxed and know what to do when something happen or whatnot, know when they child sick, and Mark just don't give me that I done had about three or four kids kind of vibe. He give me the first parent jitters that be concerned about everything, want the child placed this way, want the child to not to do that, don't do my child like that, don't do my child like this, put her like this, don't put her like that. Like, he give me that first parent kind of vibe. And now we got that he emotionally abusive to you now. Yeah, physical mean abuse. He beating you. So emotional abusive to you now. Yeah, I really don't like him now. Like he, I'm sorry you could have aired that man now, but he need to be aired out for the next woman can get their warning, I guess. But yeah, I thought I didn't like Mark. I tried, but nah. I knew it was something strange about him. I didn't know what, but now I'm seeing there's something stank in that bucket. And now he talking to you like a dog. Now he sound controlling. You do one way, he do the other way and stuff like this. And when you was up there talking to Candy about it, you was up there crying, and you know how these producers are. You know how they want to poke and cry. Like, is he always like this, or does he do like this? I'm glad you told them you don't want to talk about it. I'm glad you told them that, because as soon as you open that door about abuse or he talking to you like a dog, they gonna cry in that harder and try to open that door. So I'm glad you didn't feed into their little confessional or interview little entryways they set out for you to fall in. So I'm glad you didn't fall into that hole. Was he abusive to you, or was he doing something like that? Because you know how they is. Once they find a hole, they gonna dig in it. So I'm glad you didn't give them what they wanted when that woman asked you that question. And don't answer all these questions. Basically, keep it to yourself. If it's anything better than what it is now, keep it to yourself, King. Don't spread that man out there like that, cause then he gonna be talking about suing you and all this and that, and that's probably why he ain't never want to be on this show or want you know we are around this show, cause of the way he talking to you and the way he treating you and how he don't act like a dad that had kids before. He acting like a first dad. Well, he acting like a dad that's just having a first child and concerned and worried about how you hold them, how you turn them around, how you lift them up, how you hold their head and all that and all that. So yeah, Kenya, good luck. You divorcing him now, so you'll be free. Well, you getting free now, so you'll be better off, and you doing your thing. So I'm gonna pray for you. I hope it don't get no worse than what we hearing about now. So I'm praying for you and cheering for you, and hopefully you can find yourself another man, one better than Mark, I might add. But anywho, though, let's go to Candy, Todd, Ace, Shadina. That's her name, Shadina. And basically, Candy says it's odd and it's weird how she was once pregnant with Ace and how she would have heartburn, want her foot rub and all that. And basically she feel like a dad now all of a sudden. Cause now she on the sideline while Shadina basically doing all the hard work and the heavy lifting by carrying the baby, her feet getting big, her boobs getting big, all that milk she got to deal with and all that. And basically you sitting on the sidelines, y'all saw the baby. I think I heard somewhere the baby doing November. So Yeah, you basically going through everything you need to go through, and I know how you feel like a dad all of a I hate when my eye water up. That you feel like a dad all of a sudden and all that. So yeah, that's about it with Candy. And it was one more part I want to talk about. I can't find it. Was that basically it? Because there was one more part I want to talk about. We talked about Mark and his may or may not be abused. We talked about Kenya. Um, you talked about Cynthia, Eva, and Marlo situation. Nene walking away from Marlo at that dinner. And basically she said she ain't apologizing and she ain't giving no apology to her and all that. And we talked about Candy and Todd. That's about it, y'all. Like I said, this episode didn't give too much. It was basically about Kenya and what's going on with her marriage at the moment. And basically we just reliving her marriage all over again. And then we got Candy basically going to see the baby. Basically going to see the baby, put Ace involved into the baby and all this and all that, and that basically all that happened. So anyways though, y'all, that was the episode. I'm gonna get a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Bye.